Hi, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good day. Welcome, everybody coming into the chat. Okay, so, the sound bath in the background is a YouTube channel called Chakra Vibrations. We're literally listening to one today that is going to cut cords. So any negative cords is going to cut cords. All right, so make sure you guys are familiar with my legal disclaimer. It is in the description box below. But by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes the gatekeeping, copywriting, and shadow banning of my content. Everything said on this platform is copyrighted by God and the Holy Spirit, so don't steal from them. Okay, the next part. So we ask that the Most High God please be with us now, and actually in every moment forever. But yeah, of course, God, please continue to protect and keep us safe. Please cleanse our energy and cut any cords to any negativity or any other person that could be in our energy. We would ask, Most High God, that you would help us extract that energy of any other person. And please, I ask that the Archangel, specifically Archangel Michael, to please block out anyone or anything that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective. And I pray for all of my subscribers. So now as I call upon your personal favor, God, I would like to ask for you to continue to cover me and protect me with the full armor, and my collective. And I am eternally grateful for your favor and your kindness, heavenly source, your unfailing love. Thank you. Thank you for blessing me and my subscribers, and thank you for healing the sick and creating miracles in your holy name, Lord my God. I give gratitude and thanks. I pray into thy holy presence, and I meditate upon your divine will and anything else that you have as a message for me to channel. I am your willing vessel to do that. And thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Amen. Okay. So I hope you're having a wonderful day too, Girl Gone. Okay. So the message is about you being who God said you were and somebody being like, no, they're not that. I can't believe that it's them. What I was hearing was and this is somebody else's thoughts or what they're saying out loud. But they're like, I can't believe it's them. I can't believe it's them. I can't believe it's them. Why are they chosen? So this is about you being chosen. Like somebody's literally being like, why are you being chosen? I don't think that's their business, but point blank period, you are who God said you are. And at the end of the day, God only cares about what God said. You know what I mean? What these people say doesn't matter. And I feel like their ability, there was something bad in your place. Well, I'm glad that you cleansed it out. Yeah, they don't want us to have the ability to connect our dreams to our waking world. And I feel like these are people, these are humans that have a demonic agenda. Somebody doesn't want us to be able to access our dreams. I watched this video yesterday about people are just having extraordinary like interactions with nature where they're like, a bear will walk up to them and they'll like pet the bear, or like this one guy was petting a red cardinal, like it just wild shit. Like, and this one girl was sitting here and this little girl, there were hummingbirds coming and landing on her finger, like crazy interactions. And then so people have been talking about how in dreams nature's been interacting back. You had to sage 3 times yesterday, and oh, wow, your doors kept slamming. Wow, it didn't want to leave. Damn, that's scary. Jeez. Yeah. You opened the window or door, right, though, for them to get out. It's important when you sage that you open some type of exit space. Welcome in, Shaman Maria. Yeah, I am having a good day. I love your mermaid. It's adorable. I hope you guys are having a good day, too. You know what? Your energy feels much better. Yeah, all the doors. Yeah, good. Good. Your energy feels much better, Girl Gone. So, but yeah. So basically, you are who God said you are, and there's no amount of slander or gossip that's going to change what God said. And so that's what somebody needs to understand. But this person that you're dealing with, it could be somebody at the workplace. It could be a masculine energy. This was the King of Pentacles was the only card that was in the reverse. And it was like from yesterday. Oh yeah, you guys, as you come in, make sure that you like the video. That really helps. It helps me to know that the message is resonating. But yeah, so somebody was trying to argue with the fact that you are this high priestess. Okay. They're like, why are they the divine feminine? Why are they the divine feminine? And I'm like, and then somebody's going, why are they the divine masculine? Why are they the divine masculine? It's just like, yo, they're chosen because God said. There's no amount of asking and pleading and whining and crying and praying that's going to change the fact that God said that you are the high priestess, that you hold the intuitive power and knowledge and the ability to gain foresight into other people's dreams, into their worlds, into whatever it is, right? So somebody's tripping out. They're having a major tower. Like they're seriously experiencing a tower because, hi, welcome in, Census, because you are who God said you are. So they could be getting caught up for this gossip. 7 of Wands. Yeah, you've had to defend yourself from this person. But the 7 of Wands does talk about you will always end up winning because these people can't beat you because they can't beat what God says. God's prophesized already your success, you being this high priestess. So again, you've had to defend this high priestess ability because other people want it. They also want you to overreact to some type of stimulus. They're like wanting to extract energy from you, and they don't realize that, yeah, they want to change your financial state, and they want to change whatever this abundance is that you have coming in, because the high priestess is somebody that lets other people overreact and freak out. And so somebody could have been thinking that they had something that they were going to it's not a competition. I don't know. People are weird. If I understood people, I would be able to have the answers to everything. But most of the stuff I struggle with is truly not understanding why people are this way, because they don't have to be. You know what I mean? Anybody can go to God at any time and repent for what they've done. It's not going to make everything get better, but it'll at least start moving in the direction of better. I just think that maybe some people don't want their lives to get better. That's the only reason that you would not go to God, is like if you really don't love yourself. So that's possibly the problem. But yeah, they wanted to definitely make a major turning point in your finances. I feel like this is, not going to happen. It's kind of like they've had to sacrifice something. Yeah, it does. It makes no sense to, like, I want to see everybody win and everybody be rich and everybody be successful, everybody be famous, everybody be loved. And the fact that you guys are the same way is why you're in this high priestess position. The high priestess is somebody who holds their own Torah. They know, it could be lost of faith. I mean, a lot of people, they don't want to go to God because they blame God for why their life has been a certain way, when God has given us the free will to use our thoughts and our beliefs to create our reality. You know what I mean? So it's not really God's fault if somebody's life is bad. It's their fault. And that cuts people. Me saying that, it cuts people because they're like, well, no, why did so-and-so get taken from me? Why did, and it's like we're all collectively creating a reality. But yeah, everyone will want to find peace, I do think, in the future. I mean, I'm hoping that we're working towards that. So it's just like I feel like people really struggle with cultural differences more than even like melanated differences. I think it's more about culture. So yeah, this is also talking about you getting a desirable outcome. These people that wanted to mess with your finances, they were studying you. I was supposed to say spying on you, but studying you came out. Okay, so there is part of when I was having a dream last night that there was some type of, okay, it was the actor from Harry Potter, Draco Malfoy's father. He was like a demon in my dream, and he was like trying to inject me with something. there is something about the dream state that these people are not realizing about you. I feel like maybe they thought that they could spy on you through your dreams. This literally sacrificed somebody in the astral realm. And this is like why you just got to leave people alone, because you really don't people think that they know you better than yourself. They think that they know you better than what God has said, and that's why people need to leave other people alone, because they do not know you. And the thing is that they also don't know who they're attacking. When people are like, don't play with me, don't fuck with me, and people warn you, don't play with me, I'm not the one. When people say that, maybe people should take heed to that shit, because this is the effect of that, basically. Like, you are not the one, and your spirit team, like some people's spirit team, just don't play about them. Yeah, you feel like something's been making you forget your dreams, and that's not normal. Yeah. So we call upon Morpheus, the god of dreams, to help us assist with remembering the dreams that need to be remembered. My dream kept going on and on and on and on, and then it was like time for me to get up, and I was like, no. But yeah, I do feel like certain energies are showing up in the dream state because we're supposed to be remembering something. And I feel like it has to do with how dreaming connects to the waking life. And Carl Jung was a psychologist, or maybe even a psychiatrist. Anyways, he was a genius. A lot of the work that he has out is stuff that he didn't even want to have published, because it's like his personal journey and journals and stuff. But I do like his take on the archetypes. And I feel like there are a lot of archetypal energies that come through dreams, and they interact with our consciousness because there's something we're needing from that archetype at that time. And so I do feel like there is a connection. And I also feel like we each have the ability to become our own, like, basically the law of attraction still applies in the dream state. So when we're in the dream state, it's seriously what we're thinking, but on a very deep level, that starts manifesting everything. In my dream, it was like, well, I'm always Loki, and I shapeshift every night in my dreams. It's like, but I go into different places, and it was like the dream world was mixing with hell, and there was like a big swirling energy, and these demons were coming up from hell. And I was like looking down into it, and it was just like endless. Hearing the music box yesterday, waking up to think that Lilith was telling you to get up because there was something bad going on. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I do feel like there's some type of entity that stalks people through the dreams. Like, literally, I was being like, well, I was hiding in a locker anyways. It was a weird dream. But yeah, I had that scientist person after me that was trying to study me. I think that the dream that I had is about this person in your energy that's been sending monitoring spirits, because, for them to slam doors, that requires a lot of energy. I mean, literally, there's a lot of deceased people that cannot manipulate the reality. So there are beings that try to communicate with you during the dream state. So we call back any dreams that we've forgotten that could be assisting us now. The world is waking up, and I feel like something's shifting in the dream state as we speak. Like, I watched that video about how nature's interacting with people in a new way. I feel like this is what's happening. There's a massive awakening happening on an unconscious level, from like the dream state to the waking world, and it's affecting all humans. I also got a download in the dream about the black cube of Saturn. The Most High did something with that shit. I don't know what the Most High did, but the Most High did something with it. And so it was like, oh, relieved, like a whole bunch of problems that were problems, like being stuck in ways of thinking, gone. So I was like, okay, I'll just let all that stuff go. So yeah, it felt like a lot was going on though. Yeah, I dreamed last night too. You're hungry and your dream is looking for an egg sandwich. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, never eat in your dreams, okay? Then you got distracted by your ramen stall and had a whole bowl of ramen. Oh my gosh. Well, I pray that you didn't eat any witchcraft. Anytime that you eat in the dream state, especially if somebody else is trying to give you food, it has to do with magic. But yeah, ramen is so yummy. I totally get it. Was seeing like a giant rat looking thing been crawling in your bed to get to you. Ooh, God, and smiling at you to get to her. That sounds demonic. That sounds like something that's absolutely demonic. Holy shit. And rats are one of the most scary for me. I know people are really afraid of snakes and spiders, but rats are something that I have a very big fear of. Like, I don't know why. It must be from another lifetime or something. But yeah. You've had food dreams too? Yeah, I've had food dreams, and now I know just not to eat the food because whatever it is, it's some type of magic. It's kind of like don't eat the food that the fairies or the grays give you. Now now you're scared because of your dream. Well, if there was anything that was magical, we already prayed against it, so you're fine. It just may be something you want to alchemize. You want to maybe look into what you're digesting mentally. That's the best way you can drive a hairless giant looking rat. Ew. Yeah. Hell no. Hell no. Mm-mm. Those things are scary. Some type of serious pestilence. But yeah, this world energy shows me that you're using your abilities to awaken the world, but also this is you either getting a positive influence or being a positive influence on the World Wide Web. Yeah, absolutely. Your dream was always about sweets, cookies, cakes, and ice creams. Yeah, that's definitely a projection. Look at that. Temperance. Literally, this is protected. Like I said, these people are having to sacrifice spying on you. You're getting justice for this. You were in Japan. Wow. That's interesting. That's cool. Beautiful place, I'm sure. So yeah, God is saying that these people have been trying to change like the Akashic records around so that you are not who God says you are. No, it's impossible to do that. These people have also tried to get into your Akashic records. I feel like universal world library, like some type of spiritual library. I guess that's what the records could be. It was dawn to your partner, not really dawn to you. Wow, it's kind of like laughing at you, trying to go after her. That's scary. Damn. Look at this. The lovers. See, Archangel Michael is protecting you guys and protecting this love union. Yeah. If you can remember in the dream. Hi, Amelia. Welcome in. If you can remember in the dream, like when you're in the dream state, to just pray if you were to see that rat thing come back, because I don't know what the hell that is, but I don't like it. If it were to ever come back, I would be like, we're try to remember even any prayer will work. Like, you can even do one that's like just in the moment, like God, please, like the moment you start thinking God and the Holy Spirit and Jesus and anything like that, the dream is going to change. So just to let you guys know, or Vishnu or Allah, whatever the Most High is, or whatever the divine is for you. If you start thinking those, and this is why I'm saying this is going to be a massive awakening for twin flames to come together, because it all happens through the dreams. And I'm also saying that's going to happen in the waking world. You dreamt about being in temples in Egypt. Wow, you guys, that's so cool. My goodness. That is so cool. Yeah, I was in hell like usual, but it wasn't a bad hell. Some of the levels of hell are shit, like Dante's Inferno. But some of the other ones are not as bad. And the afterlife realms, they're not as bad as hell, but they're still not like it's like living in black and white, not being alive. That's what I could compare it to, is like living in black and white. But that is so cool. So yeah, write down any downloads you get about the pyramids, about Egypt, because if you guys are being put in a different setting than you live in, and and it's foreign to you, that is absolutely for a reason. And it could be because, you're there to connect with Sekhmet for some of you. It could be for many different reasons, actually. So that's why I would just take note of your dream, because and even the scary ones, write down. And if you feel like you're going to go back into the dream, and this is if you have a severe nightmare, what you can do is you can get up, you can write the dream down as it was, and then you can change the dream. You can add an ending to it that will give it a resolve. So that way it'll already have like itself resolved. So when you go back to sleep, you won't go back into that same part of the dream. So that's one way of getting out of that circumstance. Before your awakening, your dreams were black and white. Now your dreams are in color. Wow. Seriously. So you could have been literally in the underworld and then coming back into the real world, or the world of life. The dream realm is definitely a real place, but it's very much connected to the physical world. And I feel like anytime you guys see birds in the dream or people come to visit you, that's the type of things. I have quite a few goddesses that come to visit me. Or maybe I go to Mount Olympus every once in a while and visit them. But yeah, the Hecate, I've been to her house on the moon. Awesome dreams. So yeah, there are dreams worth remembering and there are dreams worth forgetting. The ones that seem to either be repetitive dreams where you keep having it, or if it's that, like I was saying, dream cycle where you're just basically waking up from a nightmare and then you're like, okay, I'm going to pray, I'm going to breathe, maybe pee, maybe get a drink of water, then I'm going to go back to sleep. And then you fall into the same dream and you're like, shit, now I'm the same freaking nightmare I was just in. So like what I was saying about if you get up from that nightmare and you're like, I don't want to go back into it, write the dream down and give the dream a positive ending. Okay. And then that way, when you go back to sleep, you won't go back into that same dream because that dream will already be resolved. So that's one way that you can. And then also writing down the things that you get as downloads in the dreams, because those are the gifts that God's giving you to bring to the world, basically. Oh, good. She hasn't done it yet. Wow, but she's been having back pain. Yeah, the back pain may go away after she does that. She could also drink the peppermint tea as well and just, pray over it and say that I always say, like, I'm making this tea to cleanse out and banish unwanted energy. Like you can say that, and actually charge it with energy, or allow the sun to charge the tea. If you guys don't know about sun tea, what you can do is you can basically take a clear bottle and then put your tea bags in it, fill it with water, and then you put it out in the sun and you allow the sun to basically make your tea. It gets so hot that the tea releases into the water, and then you can use that tea to either bathe with or to drink, and it has the properties of the sun. So yeah, so definitely repetitive dreams, you have them sometimes. Yeah, I would give those dreams an ending, because they basically get on a loop, and it's like a consciousness loop, and so we go through different stages of consciousness while we sleep. Wow. Oh my gosh, you posted a live shaman session with Moon Sunwater. Ooh, that's cool. Running in the forest with Hecate wolves. Aw, talking to you or taking you to her, and sometimes you talk to her on the moon, in the moon. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I baked cookies with her one time. She definitely, when I've had dreams about other lifetimes, I'll be like working with an herb, and then I'm like, remember this herb, and then I'll wake up and I'll write it down and I'll go find it. But yeah. So again, if you get dreams from other lifetimes as well, I would write those down, all of the details and stuff like that. She would brew her tea outside. Wow, that is so cool. Yeah. So it's very powerful practice. From what I understand, the Native Americans do it. They make sun tea quite often to drink with their, what is it called? With their they have their ceremonies. What is it called? Oh my God. I have to get the name of this. Um, wow, I'm having a blank. It's Sweat Lodge. What are they called? A Native American sweat lodge. Oh, I guess it's just called a sweat lodge. Okay, but it's a domed structure. So it's like they use the stuff that they would make with teepees, but they make it into a circle with natural materials used for purification, prayer, and spiritual healing ceremonies. That may be significant to some of you guys. Some of you may want to think about going to a sweat lodge. So it says that it's a sacred space often viewed as a symbolic womb of Mother Earth, fostering a connection between participants and the natural world. Sweat lodge ceremonies are deeply rooted in various indigenous cultures and involve heating zones, creating creating steam and engaging in prayer and reflection. And so the purpose of sweat lodges are used for physical, emotional, and spiritual cleansing, healing, and communication with the spiritual realm. Um, the lodge is typically dome shaped, built with saplings and branches, and covered with blankets, canvases, and other materials. The ceremony's heated stones, often referred to as grandfathers, are brought into the lodge and water is poured over them to create the steam. Participants engage in prayer, singing, and reflection while experiencing the heat and steam. This is a really good way to purify and cleanse the body. Yeah, a sauna. Yeah. But this is like they do a ceremony, kind of like a ritual with it. Sweat lodges are central to the traditions of many indigenous nations, such as the Lakota. And it says etiquette and respect. It's crucial to approach sweat lodge ceremonies with respect for the traditions, protocols, and the spiritual significance of the ritual. Participation is often guided by indigenous elders and knowledge keepers. While the core elements are consistent, the specific rituals and practices can vary between different nations and even within the communities. So, yeah, a sweat lodge. They do have like these, yeah, peyote and a tea. Absolutely. Absolutely. Make you see things for sure. So yeah, sweat lodge may be very significant to you guys. Some of you may want to think about going to a sauna or, even like tanning. I would definitely say that be careful of some of these sunscreens. Like they could have things in them that are not meant to be put on the skin. But for the most part, you should time the amount of time you like, use a timer so that you know when you've had too much sun, because sometimes that can really like affect your energy. Getting too much sun, too much of anything, I guess, is not good. But yeah, the sweat lodge will definitely purify anytime you're sweating. That's why sitting in the sun, like sunbathing, is another way to get rid of toxins. And you can always do like a meditation with the sun where you're just visualizing the sunlight clearing your aura. Death is on the bottom. This is like crazy for these people. They're experiencing an ending right now. This is like I said, a major tower for them because they tried to sacrifice you. And the reason they're not able to is because you're chosen. And these people are pissed because God has come down on them and has basically told them that this will never happen. You will never be able to sacrifice this person. You will never be able to do this. Like never. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't like that because these people were planning on taking you to court or doing something illegal against you. I'm not kidding. They plan to do something illegal against you. Also, they could be trying to get you to enter into some type of contract, like by getting your unconscious consent. Yeah, it says dealing with the aftermath of problems drains these people's energy because they were trying to put the death on you, and it's a hell no. Archangel Michael, return that shit back to the sender. Seriously. So these people were definitely doing something illegal. These people are drained. I'm seeing it like black and white. These people are like definitely in the afterlife. Literally, they're in this lifetime, but they're also existing in the afterlife. And I'm kind of getting that these people really need to be careful, because the next thing that's coming for them is the second death fire. And that's the all-consuming fire that is in hell, that like only demons can withstand because they're of the place. But any other soul that gets dumped into the lake of fire is no longer a soul. You lose all of your consciousness. That means you can't, it just basically wipes you off the board. So these people need to be careful, because they're already by trying to astral project to you in the dream state and mess with you, this person already has been captured by Archangel Michael. Cardinal, it sounds religious. It does, but the one I was referring to is a bird. It's a type of bird. It's like red type of bird. But yeah, it does sound religious. I apologize for that. They must have taken, the cardinals in the Catholic Church must have taken something from the bird. What does the female cardinal showing herself to you by herself this morning? Yeah, she's trying to give you a message. Yeah, absolutely. It's, it's definitely, we're going to look up what red cardinal means, the spirit totem, because I keep getting rebirth. I keep getting that's about rebirth. It says a red cardinal as a spirit totem. And let me just click on the bird. This is what we're talking about, you guys. It looks like an angry bird. Sorry. It looks like an angry bird, doesn't it? I just noticed that. It absolutely looks like an angry bird. If you know, you know. So it says a red cardinal as a spirit totem often symbolizes vitality, energy, and spiritual strength. Wow. Yes. It can also represent protection, connection to the spiritual realm, dreaming, clarity, and the power of one's voice. Seeing a cardinal might be interpreted as a message of comfort, a reminder that loved ones are near. Okay, so that's definitely from the other side. Or a prompt for introspection about one's spiritual journey. Wow. Spiritual connection. It says the cardinal's vibrant red plumage embodies life force and passion. And it says cardinals are often seen as messengers from the spiritual world, offering guidance and reassurance. So this is definitely reassurance that you guys are on the right path. Their appearance can signify that loved ones are watching over you and offering support. The cardinal's song is clear and distinct, symbolizing the importance of expressing oneself and speaking one's truth. A cardinal sighting can be a gentle nudge to reflect on your spiritual path and connect with your inner self. Hope and new beginnings. Some interpret the cardinal as a sign of better times to come and the beauty of life. Cardinals with their strong family bonds can symbolize the importance of love, connection, and the support in your life. Wow. That's pretty much everything that you're going through right now, Grogon. Literally, like everything that you're going through right now. What I'm being told is to use the telepathy deck and pull a couple cards, because there is definitely I get that you seeing these birds, there's no coincidence about that. And the fact that they're female as well, there's no coincidence about that. I definitely feel like that has to do about renewal within your relationship with the Most High and with your partner. And I also feel like it's a good vibration that you and your partner are moving in the correct. The boys are red, the girls are brown with a little bit of red. Isn't that interesting how birds are like opposite of people? You know how like women will wear makeup to like accentuate themselves? Birds, the men, like the peacock and everything like that, and even ducks and stuff, they're just more attractive. The male ones have like the brighter colors and are prettier, and the females are more bland looking. I don't know why that is with birds, but it's pretty interesting. So interestingly enough, it said guilty. So again, these people are freaking guilty. That's crazy. They've been convicted in the spirit. I was getting a message about an intense change, and it's like your partner is getting nudges from the universe and in the dream state to expand their spiritual journey. Maybe your partner's not super into spirituality. maybe they're just beginning their spiritual journey, but I feel like there is a message about her joining you on your spiritual journey. Like it's meant for two people. And again, twin flames are not always going to be female and male. People need to understand that you could have a child and that child could be your twin flame. That doesn't mean that you'll have sex with your child, but it just means that you have been in another body with that child. You guys have been one consciousness before. And so it's an intense loyalty and intense connection. But I really get that this is, prompting her to get on this, to become more spiritually inclined. It says the intensity of a true soul connection includes highs and lows. But yeah, it's to attract their mates with bright colors. Absolutely. It's also so the females can pick the best male. Absolutely. Oh, and also there, in the video I watched yesterday about nature changing and people being affected, people are talking to trees now. All of these have trees. This maze, even if you feel lost, there's always a way through the maze. That's the energy you guys could be feeling, like, gosh, is this ever going to end? There is a way out. Trust me. It's going to be through solving your dreams. That's why dreams are seriously so important. Oneness. Yeah. Making that reality one with this reality will open up all of your abilities. It says be open to receiving divine guidance and relationships. It's also to attract their mates, for sure. For sure. I think the penguins are maybe the only ones that are relatively the same looking. But penguins are literally some type of spiritual being. I believe that they are shape-shifted spiritual beings. There's something very intelligent about them. Value. Focus on the things of value. Focusing on what you do value will bring more of it. Also, somebody could be focusing on your value. Okay. I said oneness. This says openness. Oh my God. So there is something about being open to the oneness. And it's a state of consciousness where you realize that we're all one. Allure. Consider this situation carefully. So yeah, you could be guided again to start searching for a new, whatever this is, it's a new position or a new job or something like that, or working towards another goal. What I'm being shown is your path is being diverted because there were some people here that were trying to spiritually spy on you so that they could do something to sacrifice you and gain off of you. And this is something that they have done before. They've just never experienced a backfire like this. Yes, trust your intuition. So yeah, when you get a feeling that something's not right, trust that intuition, because your intuition is not going to go off like if it's not necessary. And our abilities work on their own. It's not like I force my stuff to work. It just works, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, like cats are sentinels. Cats are seriously awesome. They are like, well, first of all, cats do not differentiate that humans are a different species. Cats feel like we're just bigger, funnier, uglier looking cats. That to me, that's hilarious. But yeah. So it's a really good omen. It's a really good omen that you've got people looking over you and after you. And that's why I was definitely picking up on, somebody was warned about this. They were told to let you go because you know how to get out of this maze and they don't. It says embrace what fate has in store for you. Yes, you are here to embrace what fate has in store for you, and what God said your fate is what your fate is. Nobody's going to be able to change that. Telepathy. What was I talking about? You guys are having telepathy open up. Close soul connections, harmoniously synchronized reenactment of telepathic moments. So yeah, you guys could literally be communicating with nature. I saw somebody reading some type of quote from the Bible that says not to talk to trees, but If you have something in nature communicating with you, I wouldn't shut that down, because every message is something like, this is why not everything in the Bible I agree with, because God says there's nothing. To me, God says that if a tree talks to you, if anything talks to you, listen to what it has to say and then make your own assessment. But yeah, do I believe that whatever people believe in the Bible, that trees are here giving us bad knowledge? No, I don't think so. Having sensible boundaries is important. Yeah, okay, so these people, they do not respect your boundaries. Ugly looking cat, exactly, like hairless, weird looking cats. That's what they think. That's what they think. And knowing that just makes so much sense about their personality. So yeah, you've got to put up boundaries with this person. I think telepathically putting up boundaries, because somebody keeps trying to communicate with you. They're trying to force their way into your unconscious to get you to give some type of consent for them to enter. That this may be somebody coming to you in the dream state or in the waking world, pretending to be your true love. True love appears when you least expect it. And I'm getting that nauseous feeling again. So somebody could be trying to affect your health, or they thought they had some type of cord attached to your solar plexus chakra. Yeah, trees do have a lot of wisdom. Absolutely. And I'm a believer in nature. I, you know, I know that people that are of the Bible, they say the only one that you're supposed to get wisdom and knowledge from is God and the Holy Spirit. But I feel like if nature is giving you wisdom, then listen to it. I feel like if anything in your reality is giving you wisdom and it's helping you, then listen to it. Yeah, energy vampires. And again, yes, you can get everything from God, but God is your higher self. So again, that's the part that other people are really missing. And that's why most people will read the Bible but never actually connect with God, because they're not willing to go within. You know what I mean? I don't believe trees are bad either. But yeah, confusion. This is what I'm saying. The Bible does cause quite a bit of confusion for people, because they're trying to follow what the word says, but don't have any connection to the spirit. And so that's really just hard and confusing to do. When God is this true love, the Most High is that true love, that everything we're looking for, we can find within ourselves. And so once we do that, then it'll appear on the outside of us. And that's basically how manifestation should happen. There are a lot of inner dimensions, and we get to explore those interdimensions inside of us when we're sleeping. Feelings, take the time to explore the deep emotions that you are experiencing. Again, you guys could feel like your emotions are confused at this time. It could be because you guys are releasing a lot of thought forms and just old energies that were causing confusion. Like, you're always going to be able to tell if something is good or not because of the energy that it gives off. And if somebody seems really nice, but then your gut starts getting sick, or you get that weird feeling, and this is bless other people's souls, because they may not know that they have an attachment. You know what I mean? Something attached to them. So something could be just how God uses us as vessels to work through. There other things want to do the same thing to humans. Literally. If they could, they would. Love can conquer anything. Love is the most powerful thing, and this is what God is ultimately, is love. Like the ultimate love. And so we're here learning how to love ourselves, but we're also here learning how to love life, because life is a cycle. It's a cycle, it's an experience, and it's also, it's a gift. Truly, it's a gift given to us. I feel like you guys are so grateful for your lives. That's why you have all of this intuition, and you guys actually listen to yourselves when you get those intuitive nudges, like maybe I shouldn't go a certain place. Yeah, if you get sick right before you're supposed to go to an event, don't go. I was watching this video yesterday of, it was like just a random video that said, like, when you don't listen to your intuition. And it was this girl that she invited all of these other people from her life to her bachelorette party. And then she ended up getting food poisoning, which I really believe was not food poisoning. I think that she was sick because of the people she invited. And all of those people went out and partied and had a great time and didn't include her. in it. And it was like her bachelorette party anyways, crazy. And she ended up finding out that all of those people that were there ended up betraying her and turning on her. And so like, that's just crazy to me because her intuition was like on fire, just like going boom, 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 and she was like actually throwing up and getting sick. And who knows if somebody that she invited from her past could have tried to put something in the food or make her sick, And so there was a whole bunch of different stories of how people listen to their intuition. There was this one girl that this guy was inviting her on a date, and she met him at like Walmart, and he gives her the address and is like, you must meet me here. She goes and pulls it up on Google Maps. The body remembers exactly. She pulls it up on Google Maps, and Google Maps, there's like where that house is supposed to be, it's like smeared, like you can't see what it is. So she drives like to the place before the actual time so she can like scope it out and see what's going on. And it's like a rundown, broken down house. It looks like some shit from like a murder movie or a ghost story or something. And there was like a broken down car outside of it, and the guy was like living in the car and going in that house, and that's where she was supposed to meet that guy. And so she like definitely dipped and left that area and was like blocked him and everything like that. But yeah, she's like, if I would have gone to that date, who knows what would have happened to me, because there was like a very suspicious van that was parked right next to that creepy ass broken down house that nobody could live in. Yeah, that's so scary. So anyways, always listen. And she's like, her gut just told her like, no, like there's something not right about this. The fact that I can't see it on Google Maps, no. And so, yeah, if you guys ever have any type of experience like that, where you're about to go meet somebody new and your body literally is like rejecting that person, like, and also this can happen after you have sex with somebody. So if you have sex with somebody that's got an attachment, you can actually feel nauseated right afterwards and be like, oh, get that feeling of dread. And so, yeah, always listen to your guys' gut. The fact that, yeah, she Google mapped it. Thank God. Exactly. Yeah. She's like, now she always does like more intimate search on people before meeting with them. And yeah, an experience like that would definitely make you use your intuition. But yeah, this reconciliation is learning to reconcile with yourself. I know the letters are white on these cards in some spots. I think they should have done highlighter yellow. This is the moment to reconcile. Think of a special moment that brought you and your partner a lot of joy. Also, living in the moment is one of the most powerful things that you can do to overcome adversity and to overcome negativity, basically. Because when you're engaged in the moment, you're not thinking about what's already happened, which means you're not living in regret, and you're not worried about what hasn't happened, which means you're not worried about the future. You just got an image from the TV show Medium. I love that lady about that last lady. Wow. Yeah. What is her name? Teresa. She is awesome. I used to watch that show and like cry. I used to be like a watcher of that show all the time. Now I don't watch it anymore. But yeah, she is a very talented person. I saw her live, but she didn't read me. I haven't had that many people in my life pass away. Well, I guess my birth parents and that side of the family, but I've been pretty fortunate. And I've had a friend, but when people pass away from me, I get to know them better because now I can talk to them all the time. Where when they were alive, I would have to call them and they'd have to get back with me and stuff like that. So yeah. Patricia Arquette, Allison Dubois. Yeah, or Dubois. Is it Dubois? Teresa Caputo, that's what her name is. Yeah. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into those other mediums as well. I didn't know about them. Yeah, and Ghost Whisperer too. You guys are like so compatible with me. I love all of those shows. So yeah, this is a good thing that God is clarifying for these people that, this spying on you, watching you. And I feel like whatever you do on your computer for work, something is watching through that. I don't know what they're trying to do though with that. Like I said, somebody was maybe planning on trying to let you go without having a real reason. Whatever this energy of trying to change your finances is, this is not going to work. This is Ace of Pentacles coming out, you guys. If you continue to follow the path that you're on and listen to your inner guidance, you're going to create this Ace of Pentacles. It's something that's insured to you. Literally. It also talks about you becoming more attractive and seeing yourself in a lighter, in a more, seeing the beauty and the softer sides of yourself. It says money and material possessions come easily. Success projects will grow and prosper. Trust in your own instincts and ideas. Confirmation. Trust in your own instincts and ideas, for sure. Others will help. Rely on friends and family for support. You can rely on the people that you know that are there for you. And then the people who have crossed over for you, the whole part about the cardinal showing up is telling you that you have people from the other side watching over you. Yes, medium is based off of a real lady. Yeah, absolutely. Allison, I think it's Dubois, I don't know, however you say that. But yeah, they made her look like a real bee on it. Yeah, seriously. I used to watch that show. It was a really good show. I could never imagine having to, like, I will straight up send a dead person to the afterlife, to the light real quick. I would never allow spirits to harass the shit out of me like that. But that's actually based on real stories. Like, she actually would have the ghosts come to her and she would solve the cases, which is the coolest thing ever. Yes, exactly. Yeah, trusting your people on the other side for sure. Because just like how God's unchanging, when your family loves you, the people that love you that cross over, they will forever love you. Yes, she lives in Tucson, Arizona. Yeah, I've been to Tucson quite a few times because when we had the crystal store, they have a humongous crystal. They basically, the entire city of Tucson turns into a crystal where they sell crystals for a few weeks. She used to work for the sheriff's department. So that is so cool. Literally, that is so cool. Look at this star quality. Ace of Pentacles and the star. Yeah, you could be healing from, something at this time as well. I feel like it talks about dreams for the future will come true. That's why it's so important to write your dreams down. Contact with someone who will dramatically change your life. Strong love between two people. Entering into a period of serenity and satisfaction. Enjoy this calm period. Emotional needs are fulfilled. Share your good fortune. So people see you as being fortunate. I also feel like you guys are water bearers, which means that you could have water in your chart. You could also have air in your chart. You could have fire in your chart. I'm not so much getting the earth energy, but I'm feeling a lot of water, a lot of movement. The Eight of Wands. Yeah, you being okay. So these people tried to put you at a crossroad. And the funny thing is that they're at the crossroads, possibly with a crossroad demon. These people need to reevaluate why they were even coming for you, because God has spoken and said that you are not to be touched. And these people have failed to understand that concept. And this is where I was getting at the beginning, where these people are going, why is it them that's chosen? Why? Like, who in the hell has the audacity or the even courage to question the Most High, why the Most High has done something? The Most High has cut this person's cord, severed this person's connection to you. They were trying to send some seriously bullshit monitoring spirits into your life. And that could have been that rat thing. I mean, I keep seeing a disgusting, like, bald rat. Like, it's like a hairless rat. I don't know what the hell. And it's huge. Maybe it's not a rat, but it looks like a rat. It's disgusting. I don't know what that shit is reminding me of Beelzebub, something from Beelzebub. So if you were also experiencing flies, that's all about monitoring spirits. So we rebuke it. Beelzebub, come get this rat thing, please. And thank you. I'm also being shown the Pied Piper. So this could literally be like one of those situations. What they did to the Pied Piper is when the Pied Piper came in to play his song, so rats were unaliving all the people in the town, right? Yeah, that's what you saw was a rat. Yeah, I'm seeing like it's like a bald rat. Like, it's like hairless or something, but it's huge and it's disgusting. And so what happened in the story of the Pied Piper is the Pied Piper was called in to play his flute to get, and it's like a magical flute that will get all of the rats to follow him out of the city because they're dying of whatever disgusting rat plague exists, right? And so the Pied Piper goes, okay, well, if I do this, then you have to pay me this certain amount of gold coins or whatever. And so the Pied Piper gets rid of all the rats, and then the people just decide, they're like, well, he already got rid of the rats, so fuck this, we're not going to pay him. Yes, hairless and man-sized human for sure. So he was like, well, we're not going to pay the Pied Piper. Oh, okay. You mean the one with the magical flute? Horrible idea for these people. So what the Pied Piper did was he played a different song. And in the middle of the night, everybody in that town that didn't pay him, their children followed the Pied Piper, and the Pied Piper led them right into the ocean where they drowned. And so this is why when you have somebody that comes in and does a favor for you, you pay them, you pay the debt off. You don't like just decide, oh, we're just not going to pay them. And that's the energy that I get from this person. They could have wanted some type of service from you and then wanted not to pay you or some shit. Like, no, not everybody will be cool with that. And they thought, oh, well, we're a whole town against one person. But yeah, one person with a magical flute. That's the whole point. This Knight of Pentacles person is somebody who works very hard at their job. This could be somebody in human resources. I'm getting that there was just gossip going around, whatever this work environment. Somebody was trying to turn it into a toxic environment, and you're basically there. Your light is irritating the shit out of somebody's demons. And they feel really insecure about it, like super insecure about you guys. And I get it. You guys are like triple, quadruple threats. You guys have it going on. But I don't feel like you're here to hurt anybody. So I don't know why anybody would need to fear you. It's like people are more afraid of themselves than anything else. Last night on TV Spades, they said Pied Piper, and you thought, what is that now? You're saying, yes, I'm glad that you understand the concept of it. Yeah. And then the CIA created a Pied Piper project after one of the world wars, and they went through all of the countries and were taking people's children and then literally brought them to another place. Look at this popping out as the Empress. You guys are loving parents. You guys have spiritual babies, okay, which are like creatures, elementals, energies in the spiritual realm, and then you have physical babies. You guys are definitely a nurturing, mothering person. You're also very sensitive and empathic, and you understand what people need to heal. This is one reason why if anybody tries to talk down on you guys for being a mother, being a loving person, it's a backfire. I mean, I don't think they're talking down on you for being a loving person. They might say that you're not a loving person, or that you, because of something else, that you're not capable of love. It's whose business is that? This is why I would definitely not be sharing any of your business with the people that you work with, because they're waiting to listen to something that they can use against you. Just be aware of that. This Knight of Swords is somebody that is definitely aggressive. Very aggressive person coming in. This person thinks that they have the authority to push you around and tell you what to do. This could be a planner, an engineer, an architect, or a builder. They could be trying to build something off of your energy. And no, you're not going to give your energy and your time to this Knight of Swords. This could also be somebody, yeah, definitely not trusting just anyone. This could also be somebody coming in as like a coworker, boss, or manager or something. This person wants to be able to manage your time and your energy. Point blank, period. Yeah, they feel like they're very disciplined, and they also feel like whatever this is, they're going to make some type of proposal to you, maybe to walk away or maybe something else. But this is all about jealousy and envy. Ace of Cups, you've got an overflowing, loving family. Ace of Cups, joyful life. This is not, nobody's going to do anything about that. It's what people need to understand. What God said is what God, slave drivers, exactly. What God said is what God said. That's actually a very accurate interpretation of this Knight of Swords energy, to be honest. They laid your partner off. That's such bullshit. So yeah, literally, She may be able to sue them for discrimination, is what I just heard, because they were being really not okay to her. That's fucked up. I mean, truly trying to sacrifice her energy, that's not okay. That backfired. Yeah, so she had to walk away. But you know what? I think that she's going to be better off away from this company, whoever these people are. They're going to have to walk away, basically. And good luck finding somebody to do the same amount of work in the same way as her. Yeah, right. This new person that they hire is not going to be worth shit. Yeah, you guys haven't, you've got, yeah, super disrespectful to her. Again, that's creating a hostile workplace. If she has evidence of the things that these people have said, even if she has other people that were there that heard the things that these coworkers and managers were saying, she could definitely sue them for discrimination. Yeah, she was a hard worker. This is what I'm saying. These people are going to want her back, and she's going to say, hell no. I was like blowing my back out for you guys. Ace of Wands, literally blowing her back out. That's possibly why her back is hurting so much, because they were putting so much weight on her, so much oppressive weight for her to carry the company, while they hired other lazy ass individuals that sat there while she did all the work and didn't do anything but play on their phone. She outworked the men. Yeah. And so they disliked her for that. They were definitely intimidated by that. And she still got this Ace of Wands, which is, anything is possible. A good time to begin a new project, personal power, intellect at a high point, tap into your creativity. That job was using and abusing her. And they're going to energetically feel the change of letting her go. And they're going to regret that shit. Yeah. This talks about having a warm, wonderful family life. So now she's got some time to invest her energy into things she actually wanted to create, because I feel like that's going to be really successful. She may find another job doing something similar, or this company may literally ask her to come back. Yeah, they're at the 5 of Wands for doing this, for bringing this ending in for her. I mean, God wants something better for her anyways. Like I was saying, if you guys are in the LGBTQ plus community, you may want to think about, if you're going to working for somebody that is in the LGBTQ plus community, that way you're going to be treated fairly, because you can't trust other people to act right. Like, you just can't. And people are judgmental, and they're racist, and they're colorist, and they're sexist, and all this other crap, and homophobic and all that shit. So, it's just a thought for you guys. You know what I mean? If you fall into any of that category. But yeah, we can't change the way that people view us. All we can do is be ourselves. And then the people that don't respect us and don't acknowledge us or agree with us, those are not people we need in our life. Yes, they're going to lose a lot of people at work. This is like a really bad backfire. They're at the 5 of Wands, because now, see, the thing is, when she was working there, she was doing all of the work, and the people around her were sitting there on their phones. I'm literally see them sitting there on their phones, letting her do all of the work. Now it's all of those people that don't know how to do the work, haven't been doing the work, and they've been just sitting there letting her do it all. And so, the company's actually seeing that these people are not worth shit. And so, yeah, they are going to let a lot of people in the company go, which is unfortunate. But those people were all putting the work on her to do. That's ridiculous, especially doing that to a woman. That's insane. This is because they knew that her inheritance, her gifts and abilities, and yours, basically, that you guys can handle it. Just because you can handle it doesn't mean that you should. You know what I mean? And carrying the weight for a company that doesn't value you, bullshit. No. I would be like, okay, well, if that's the way you feel about me, find somebody else to be a slave, like to do this, 9 to 5 shit and carry everybody's loads. That's crazy. So yeah, they're going to, they may lose their company. This 5 of Wands, competition, greed, and lust for power. These people were threatened by her. They should have taken it as a sign of a good omen, having her connected to the company. Now they're dealing with a 7 of Cups illusions, because they were in an illusion. This is why, you don't want to make the mistake of treating somebody fucked up. because you treat somebody wrong and you may end up suffering the rest of your life, or you're, for making that choice because you treated the wrong person bad. It's like, when people are like, don't fuck with me, they should listen. Yeah. Again, this company is always going to be in that self-preservation mode, not caring who they cut off, not caring who they fuck over, not caring what mischief they cause in other people's lives. But, I forget if it's being laid off where they allow you to get disability. Well, it's not disability, but is it workers' compensation? You may want to look into that. If they flat out fired her, I wonder if you can get workers' comp then. This talks about possible illegal and immoral conduct. So they were doing something illegal. I don't know what it was. Like the Pied Piper, when she goes, all the wealth and blessings go with her. Exactly. Thank you, Nurkarim. That's exactly it. She was the blessing. These people failed to realize that because their need for self-preservation was so grandiose that they skipped really evaluating her. The Two of Pentacles. This is going to be a good news that you get from the universe, that you're able to move forward, that she's able to move forward. Literally. This is you going to be receiving good news that doors are going to start opening for you. And these people are literally stuck in the same cycle that they were just in. Now she's freed herself from it. So yeah, you always want to, if you're going to be devoting your time to a company, you want it to be a company you believe in. If you're going to be devoting your time and your energy working really hard, you want to make sure you're getting compensated for that, and that the people that are there actually value you and truly respect you. Because if not, then you're going to be dealing with a lot of Five of Wands, evil eye, just energy, people just being envious or whatever. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but they should keep that separate from their work life. They shouldn't, these people let their opinions of other people destroy their own company. They did this shit to themselves. They're in the Nine of Swords, like literally in grief, crying. And this is where they wanted her to be. I think it's ironic that they're in the Nine of Swords. You were done as the same years ago. Yeah, college you worked at closed down after you left. Exactly, you guys. Whenever you guys remove your energy from something, and again, hers as well, girl gone, the energy goes. It's like when they remove the energy, when you guys leave a place, the blessing goes with you because you were the blessing, and people are super shocked about that. Like I was hearing, like, why is it them? Why is it them? I don't know why it's them. Maybe it's because you guys make correct decisions, but these people trying to argue with God, it's foolish. It's just straight up stupid. And the fact that they know that, you guys are not, what should I say, socializing with this drama. Like you're not entertaining it. You guys being in hermit mode most likely is what saved your life. You guys are getting a wish granted to you. So speak your wish into the universe. This is what I wish for. And tell her to do that as well, to just reevaluate what her goals and intentions are, and what within. And I would be, and this is why her becoming more spiritual, girl gone, and on the spiritual journey is going to be important, because she needs to look at what was within her that caused this situation to happen, so that the next job she goes to, same thing for you, Nurkarim, so that the next position, you're not carrying that trauma or wound into it. Yeah, gossip and office politics is not part of the job description, but people engage in that stuff, and it's very low vibrational. It's very low vibrational. And just not good for anybody, especially because the gossip is not even true. I mean, they may say a couple things about somebody, but it's always somebody's opinion, And if she has any friends from this job, those people were not her friends. Anybody that's going to put all the weight and all of the work on one person, that's not a friend. They were just like, it's like the type of friend that you have in school that is only your friend because they want you to take the test for them or give them the answers, right? So it's like, really, they're just there for something else. Them trying to limit the income that you guys have was a bad idea. They felt like this was really going to, I don't know why these people are so spiteful. They thought that this was going to change their company for the better, and it's not. This is a horrible idea. That we started with the Seven of Pentacles for them. This is a turning point in their investments, and everything like that are going to go south. Whatever they were doing up under the moon, these weird employers, we ask that God break us free from that. If there's anything through YouTube that's doing any shit to me under the moon, there's anything through any one of your jobs or anything that you work at doing anything under the moon, there's really no good reason why anybody should be doing moon magic. Straight up. Karma gets you when you treat people like shit. Yes, it does. Yes. A favoritism and sexism for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. But they're going to see how far that gets them. Yeah. Yeah, your hard work does make them look crazy. It makes them look lazy, actually, is what I would say. Because they technically are. They were being tested. If they were going to make the right choice, they didn't make the right choice. These people are really paranoid now. I feel like this company is paranoid that she may open up a lawsuit against them for them letting her go like that. The way that they did it and whatever they said was bullshit. It just depends on the laws in the state that you live in or the country you live in with the workforce. The Ten of Pentacles, trying to affect your Ten of Pentacles. And literally creating a hostile work environment where you're discriminated against and people are bullying you based on hate crimes. Yeah, that's something you could take people to court over. And especially if she didn't do anything wrong and they just laid her off and just was like, we just don't have time for you anymore. I mean, that's one thing, but like if they're saying that she did something wrong and saying that she's fired, I would think about taking that to court, because I'm picking up on major discrimination and colorism and all of that crap. And these people are the worst of the worst in the workforce. And if she can have somebody else validate that these devil people, you know what I mean? It's going to be a major judgment. A major judgment. She could possibly sue this company for millions of dollars and put them under this devil energy, especially if she has any messages like whatever her work account was. I feel like these people are trying to go in and erase everything that was done on the computer because they know that some shit was not legal or legit. They like that it was discrimination. And this is why this is an HR nightmare. You know that human resources, you guys, I'm going to tell you the truth about this. Human resources does not exist to protect you. It is not there for you. The reason that human resources exists is so that the company can do something so that you don't sue that company. They're always looking out for the interests and the best of the company. If you go to human resources with a problem, they're going to be looking at it from a legal standpoint. They're not going to be there to help you. They're there to make sure that you can't sue the company for anything. So just know that. Yeah, knowing that is like majorly important, because every company makes it sound like human resources is there for you. No, it's not. It's there. Human resources exists to protect the company from its employees. The Eight of Swords, yeah, literally being restricted. These people are going to be restricted. Either way, whether she takes them to court or not, they're going to be restricted. And this could even be jail time. Of course, the Chariot didn't come out yet, but this could be these people looking at some type of jail time. And if they were like not giving her the correct pay or whatever this is, she can sue them for multiple different things. Eight of Pentacles, about what she was doing with her work. Literally, they lost this. They may end up going to jail over this or being seriously restricted. Seriously restricted. It's ironic because they wanted to restrict her ability to work because of who she is, not realizing that that's what God was going to do to them. That's funny. And literally the judgment has been called. So yeah. Because the thing is like, not only do you want to stand up for yourself and stand up for her, but you don't want to let companies like this go around just treating anybody a certain type of way. The Chariot. What did I just say? I was like, the Chariot hadn't come out yet. Yeah, here's the Chariot. So yeah, you know, and again, bullying in the workplace is a real thing. So like, you know, this chariot energy, I feel like will be on your side. Yeah. If you make, yeah, this chariot energy will be on your side. I don't know what type of threats they were trying to say about her, but I feel like it's all stuff that cannot be used legally. Trying to destroy her character. Yeah, they may come forward like this. Okay, so if she were to contact a lawyer and you guys were to go to court, they may want to make you an offer to settle outside of court. Especially you guys, if you're being discriminated against. I know in the United States you can't discriminate against people like that. But yeah, they may want to come forward with some fishy ass offer, which will not be enough. I would at least sue them. I would at least ask for $6 million if I were to do this lawsuit myself. You may even find a lawyer that will do it pro bono. But yeah, you guys are going to remain in the Nine of Pentacles. That means self-sufficient, you know, stable and secure. These people that wanted to Ten of Swords you, they're in the Ten of Swords now. It's unfortunate for them. And then this Page of Pentacles energy, this is the energy that they're going to bring in. Good luck with that. I mean, literally, good luck with that. It's like very childish energy. They also, God is setting this up in such a way. If they were to get a lawyer, it would be this Page of Pentacles energy, and this person would end up Ten of Swords in this company. Either way, God, just how the devil can send people, God can also send people too. So is there anything else that they need to know about this? Yeah, keeping the workplace you know, as positive as you can keep it. But you guys don't take on other people's workloads. Yeah, they're going to be in big grief and regret over this. Setbacks, a loss of a relationship. Yeah, and he got her butt hurt getting told off by a woman. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, literally. Yeah, that's crazy. These people are going to be in such regret. Like, seriously. This is the energy that you're like, oh shit, that was really stupid. When you finally realize that what you've done is dumb. This is the end of their relationship. And again, this job and the people in it were psychic vampires. Okay. They were draining her energy and using her energy to keep their shit afloat. And now that they don't have her energy, if they even try, that's why we're listening to a cord cutting sound bath. If they even try to reattach some shit, I mean, getting laid off and then having all this supernatural shit go on, you know that somebody is still trying to attach a cord to drain her energy. Now I'm seeing everything clearly. It's like I had to get to this point of how everything had happened to see why the doors were slamming. They're slamming because these psychic vampire energies are pissed off that they don't have access to her anymore. Oh, well, they got to go. We rebuke all psychic vampires in the name of mighty Christ and in the name of the Most High God and everything that's holy, righteous, good, and true. So yeah, you guys are still going to remain this Queen of Cups energy, a nurturer, a lover of nature, a good person. The fact that these people did what they did doesn't change the fact that your character is what God said it is, and you are very empathetic and empathic. Okay, so like confirmation with those sirens right now going by, like what the hell? Confirmation about that. You will remain well preserved and everything. They are starving. That's so funny. It's like alarm, alarm, alarm. They're carrying the 10 of Wands, but it's better than them, you guys. They're also creatively blocked, and they realize that you guys are the emperor. Point blank, period. Not only are you loving parents, but you guys can control your own emotions. And you guys are the sun. And what does sun do to vampires? It burns them. The fact that these people thought it was going to turn out any other way than this is hilarious to me. But I also, knowing now that they do use astral entities, whatever these things are, to drain people. This is why any job that makes you submit, I would just be praying that any job that makes you submit urine or any other type of bodily thing that they could do witchcraft on or manipulate, I pray that all of that gets cleared so that they can't use anything to attach to her energy anymore. And these people could not even know that they're vampiric in nature. I mean, they just are. She was like literally working with the office of narcissists. Yeah, King of Pentacles. There's going to be somebody that comes in to financially advise these people, and it's not going to look good. This person's a deal maker. They could very well be the one that's like, okay, let's try to make some type of deal about this. But yeah, if she can apply for workers' comp, I would do that right away. And then, yeah, this is discrimination, point blank, period. This is discrimination. So it just depends on what they said. But, they wanted to completely injure you guys financially, and this is not going to happen. Now, these people are in a position where they're about to fail. And like I said, by even putting you guys in the defensive, like, if your protection wipes this person out completely, that is not your fault. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Closing message for them. But yeah, this deal maker is somebody who's a smooth talker. Is going to come in and advise these people to make a major change. And these people literally are screwed. Yeah, major change because their abundance, like I said, whatever their harvest is in abundance, you guys end up taking them to court, will go to you. You will inherit because this is not fair. It's not fair and it's not right. It's sexist. It's weird. There's all sorts of gender stuff going on, all sorts of other shit going on with these people. These people are very demonic. And, it's better for you guys to work for God and create something yourself than to work for the devil. And if you guys find that you are working for devils that are draining your energy, putting all of their burdens on you and making you basically do all of the work, then you should be getting paid a lot more than everybody else. So make sure that the compensation is fair. And yeah, I don't know if you can fire somebody over office gossip, but this was definitely started by a masculine energy. It was a masculine energy that started this dumb shit. Truly, truly foolish. Yeah. And so her, cutting this person off is going to be the thing that saves you guys. Because literally this was started by a masculine energy. And they were trying to change the way that the community viewed her. And that's also illegal. You can't do that. You can't slander somebody's name. And I mean, you can, but there are repercussions there. It's not like there's nothing that you can't do about it. And the fact that these people were being, I don't know, homophobic or whatever, just being very nasty and low vibrational, not of God. These people are in the tower. Your last job did injure you financially and health-wise. Yeah, because you were working for a narc for sure. And the ex added to it. Thank God it's over. I'm so glad that you're out of that narc room. Seriously. These people are in a tower, though, without you. It's because she went off on somebody who went into the company. Wow. Apartment. Unannounced and was talking to your son. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. So, again, there should also be equal expression. You should always be able to express yourself to your employer. And if you can't, then that's not a workable relationship. This is all about fortune. These people are going to be pissed to see that you guys are moving forward. I feel like these companies that they had you for a minute, now they're like, they had y'all's energy for a minute. Now they're going to be facing the worst shit possible. And they've got this really cheesy person that's going to try to make a deal with them. Yeah. This is literally, save the good times you had of this. Went and cried to our boss who changed the story. Wow. And said it was because we weren't supposed to have our kids in there. but you work with them for years and they know that you have kids. Exactly. Discrimination. That's what the hell. Exactly. That's discriminating against you having children. And look at this, the 6 of Cups, like I'm holding the children card. That's crazy. They're going to have to explain that, why they allowed it for so long, never gave a warning or a notice that they weren't going to allow that, and then decided to penalize. No, that's a setup. That is absolutely a setup. Hopefully you guys have recorded some of this, some of what they said and did. Yeah, there may be somebody that comes forward that is in a King of Cups energy that will want to talk you into not persecuting them. I don't know. I think you should do compatibility, use a pendulum, and really meditate and think on it. Because and at least most places you can talk to a lawyer for free, and then they'll give you like a quote on the issue. But you might want to just ask, like, hey, is there anything that can be done about this? Because this wasn't fair. And then getting on workers' comp, the 6 of Wands, you guys may end up coming into fame and public recognition for this, because literally discriminating, they discriminated in a lot of different ways here. They're definitely in the wrong. Yeah. This King of Swords, I feel like this is the person who is abrupt, judgmental. They think that they're the leader. They speak with authority. Wow. Yeah. So he tried to change the store around for sure. For sure. This is not going to end well for these people. Yeah. This could very well turn her into a Queen of Pentacles, just right off of what these people were doing. And the fact that they were discriminating against children. Who the hell does that? Especially when your children are not interfering with your ability to do the job. That's what I'm seeing. This is going to be a strength for you, and it may make you guys a pillar of the community, because in your community, people in general may not feel like brave enough to sue somebody for discrimination. You know what I mean? And so in your community, this could very well make you well known and a leader. They laid her off. Yeah. So laying off is like saying that we haven't fired you. I would still work into workers' comp and work into discrimination, and then find out what the work laws are in your state. I know in the state of California, you have to be fired from something, you have to be given 3 written warnings, 3 verbal warnings, and you have to have some type of intervention, sit down talk with the whatever manager or whatever, where they fill out a piece of paper. So like, yeah, there's actual steps to it. You can't just be like, okay, no, you can't work here. Da, 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 da. But in other places, in other states, in other states where it's a right to work state, they will basically, if they don't like you, if they just decide one day that they don't like you, they can let you go and not have to give you a reason why, or not have to give you a warning or anything like that. So it just depends on the laws in the state that you live in. But yeah, I think that they should possibly change it from state to state and make it so that everybody has to be given warnings, because it would stop a lot of this like fraud and bullshit problems that go on in the office, basically. All right, you guys. Yeah, it depends which job in which state exactly. So it's worth looking into, and that way you can prepare yourself for the next job, but also knowing that if you invest in something that is where you can make money and not have to work for a devil energy, God will support you. That Ace of Pentacles is here for you no matter what. So it's just you guys getting into alignment and using your gifts and abilities to create what your dreams are, literally. And going back to the beginning about how dreams are so important, they mold and shape our physical reality. And so it's really important to be, putting intention into our dreams and then working that into the reality. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. And yeah, make sure you hit the notification bell so you guys are notified when I go live. All right. And I do have another channel. The link to that is in the description box below. Okay. All right, you guys, you're very welcome. Have a wonderful day. Know that God loves you, and so do I. I'll see you in the next reading, you guys. Peace be with you. Have a good day, you guys. God bless. Bye.